Okay, welcome back guys to another mod review for Risk of Rain 2. Today I am bringing you Gurran Lagann. Before we get started on that, please subscribe. I need your help. Hit that subscribe button. Come on, just do it. Just press it. You're already watching the video, just press the button. Yeah, today I am reviewing the Gurran Lagann mod made by Miko27. As always, you can find any of these mods on the funderstore.io. Links are going to be in the description. If you want to check them out, I would suggest so. Spoiler alert, it's a really fucking cool mod this time. Okay, so let's just give a quick overview about what this character kind of does. You're essentially, there's two parts to this character. There's the first part where you're just the head, where you're playing as Simone and Yoko. Yoko being your secondary ability. In this mode, you're going to be building up what is essentially the more unique mechanic to this character, which is their spirit gauge. So on the right, you're going to see there's a circle, and that as that fills up, you gain both more damage, health regen, and movement speed. Once you do build this meter up, you can then use that meter to transform, so long as you have found the body. So the body is going to be somewhere on the map, usually not too hard. It's huge, so you should be able to see it somewhere. And from what I've seen, you just spend like 1 lunar coin to get it up and running. Not a lot, but once you do find the body, you can then fill up the spirit gauge and then combine with it. Now, filling up the spirit gauge is not always the easiest. You kind of have to build it up by essentially comboing or just doing a lot of damage consistently, because anytime you're not doing damage or being hit by enemies or hitting enemies, yeah, the spirit gauge is going to decrease back to normal. Of course, if you can keep up the damage output and keep doing damage or getting hit or being in fights, you're going to be able to build up the spirit gauge through quite a few different levels. And all you need is to fill it up through for the first level to be able to combine with the mech. Now, once you do combine with the mech, you are so goddamn strong. This is like the best part of this mod, is the amazingness that it is being able to combine into the full mech and then use said full mech to absolutely obliterate all the enemies around you. This thing is very strong. Would I say overpowered? Probably not, but it is very strong and it is very fun to use, and that's kind of like the most important part of this mod. It's a very fun mod to use. Is like the most perfectly balanced thing in the entire universe? Of course not, but who cares? You're modding, so you might as well just have fun with it. Okay, now while you are in mech mode, this can be one of the most more dangerous situations you can put yourself in. As you play, you'll switching into the mech mode, you go through a transformation animation, which, by the way, kudos to this modder. Amazing job doing these transformation animations and having a specific set of, you know, essentially almost like a cutscene that happens as you transform. And I do feel like you're kind of invincible throughout the transformation, but the problem is that if you don't clear out the area before you transform, you're very likely to get overrun by a lot of enemies. And once you transform into that big mech, you're a huge target and very easy to hit. You have a very hard time dodging any attacks that anyone throws at you. So once you do transform, it's very likely that you'll just get blasted from all sides, and it can end up in you dying very quickly. That's what happened to me the first time I played it. But of course, the mech itself also has its own special passive ability, kind of, or active ability, I guess you would call it. When you do transform and you have the big mech up, you can use your secondary ability, which is usually your right click, to throw the sunglasses. And if you hit the boss with this will stun the boss for a while. It gives you the ability to both just kill it if you get it down to a certain percentage of health, similar to Artificer's ice wall or guillotine. But if you hit right click again, you will get this really cool finishing attack that's like fully animated. It's insane that they even put this much work into it. I don't even know how they did all this, but it just shows the immense amount of work and effort that this person put into this mod. And this is probably one of the coolest things. When I first saw this, I was just like, okay, sure, this is crazy. This guy knows how to mod. Oh my god. Like it just really takes you back to when you were watching the anime and stuff, and like just that moment of like the big explosion and everything is probably one of the coolest parts of this mod, is having that secondary ability that you can go into essentially into a super, and it's crazy cool. And the last thing I'll talk about, while being in the mech, you can use your spirit gauge to use your special, which is usually your R, which is a very wide range attack, where essentially you just throw a bunch of spikes out from your body. It has huge range, and it uses your spirit gauge, so you're gonna lose a lot of the spirit gauge for doing that, but I'm guessing it gives you a lot of extra damage. Not 100% sure, didn't really look at the numbers, but from what it looks like, it does help out a lot with the damage. This is a very good get off me move. If you're being surrounded by too many enemies, just hit that button, boom, everything dies, and hopefully you don't die in the process. Okay guys, so just to end it out, let me give you guys a couple of recommendations if you do go ahead and pick up this mod and play it. I'm gonna suggest that you play with all of the default abilities. I really don't think that any of the extra abilities give you too much more. You can play around with them, but I personally feel that default abilities are more than good enough to get you by on this character, and I think that they're probably some of the stronger abilities that they do have. So I would just say stick to the default, and I'm pretty sure you're gonna be doing real good. If you want to unlock the ability to start out as the mech right from the start, you of course, all you have to do is find the mech and transform with him, and as I've said, all you gotta do is fill up the gauge, press 1, and you'll transform right into the big mech. And once you do that, you'll be able to start your runs with the mech already fully assembled. If you've made it this far, thank you so much for watching, guys. I really appreciate it, and if you can, again, please hit that subscribe button, hit the like, leave a comment, let me know if you have any questions, and I'll see you guys next time.